Right, here comes a biggie. I'm doing battle system this week. Yeah, I know. So full colour terrain. I haven't opened the box yet. I've taken the cellophane off so you don't get the glare off the light. And that's as far as I've gone with this one. Obviously in the box is a lot of cardboard terrain. Bought this at UK Games Expo. I thought it looked interesting. I thought it might make up a good like trader encampment for Fallout or Necromunda, or I want to say Void at this point, because Infinity is quite a lot cleaner scenery. We're going to see. As always, I have no idea what's coming. I haven't opened the box. I've not looked into anything. We are just going to go diving right in as if I just bought it. Now, it is colour scenery, so we'll just put that there. Oh! There's a random envelope inside. Did not see the random envelope coming. What is actually in the random envelope? This is where we discover that... Do you want a golden ticket? No, I don't. It's literally that massive envelope for that little bag of clips. Okay. That's mildly... That's overkill, guys. It's nice that you've used the clips of the bag as that, but that is overkill. What's in the bag? So, we've got T-junctions, we've got L-shapes, we've got straights. I don't think we've got any crosses. Nope. Oh, we have. There's a cross. So, we'll open this up. I guess that if you... I say I'll open it up. That's actually quite stiff. They've gone flying. Oh, so we've got a weird shaped thing there. We have the standard L. There's a cross. There is a T. And a straight bit. So let's see if you can see all those on my hand. There you go. They are the shapes of all the pieces. I am going to find a bag to put this in, because the bag here, it's not particularly reusable. I'd probably put it in one of those. That's what I'd have done, but that's just me. How's everyone been enjoying the heat wave? We're all glad it's over now. I'm glad it's over. I've still got the fans on in here, but I have got the door open today as well, because it's cooler outside than it is inside, would you believe? Well, of course, if you're in the UK, you'll understand it. It's not a good heat. It's a wet, sticky heat that none of us need. And yes, I clearly am British because I'm talking about the weather. Right, there is a mat underneath this. It feels like cloth. Yep, there you go. How do you like that? 30 seconds of me loading bits into a bag. This is the cloth bag. Oh, that's... Oh, it's like a mouse mat. It's a fair size. If you're into gaming mats, that's pretty square actually. 1, 2, 3, 24 squares. So I'm guessing it's a 2 foot square. Should we find out? Take measure. Yeah, 24 inches, and I'm going to guess it's 24 the other way as well. Just grab that there. This is more than I can get on the camera. Yeah, it's 2 foot square. That's handy. I know a game you play in a 2 foot square. I do. You'll see it coming eventually. I keep saying this. I keep teasing stuff. I have painting to do first. Okay, should we do the first board and then the second board, and we'll just build everything as we go along? That sound like a plan? Everything's double-sided, so that looks like scatter type terrain. That's like a building. Are we putting our money off there's instructions in here? Because I am looking at this going, there are no instructions in here. So, I'm going to quickly go through this box. Unless you want me to go through it with you, we'll just do it. We'll just do that. So, in the box, should look something like that. Just also on there. Like that. So there's one. That's going to be trade container. It says trade container just here on the thing. This one is alien catacomb walls. So they're walls. This is scaffolding and shelves. So I'm guessing scatter terrain. And look, MDF bits are falling out already. This is small containers and crates. Yet again, more scatter terrain. Container 21. There's the other side. Actually, that's really cool. I quite like that side with the colours on it. That side with the steel on it. It's quite boring, but that's all. I am going to guess these are double-sided, so you can flip them. I will find instructions in a minute. Yeah, because there's container 21 again. So I'm guessing you get to do two. You can have it that way around, or you can have it that way around. Just for difference of scenery. That is the catacombs again. Yeah, again on the other side. I like that effect. That's kind of cool. Yeah, ancient catacomb ruins. Ancient catacomb ruins. Ancient catacomb ruins. There's a lot of those. And then another square container. So there's two square containers, quite a lot of ruins. And so on. I like that on the other side. It's going to be interesting. So at least we know we haven't got all of them to build. We're only going to build some of them. Oh, I'm going to build all of them. But you're only going to watch me build some of them over the time. So we're going to do that one. We're going to do that one. Let's take these away. That's the same. Let's do that one. Take these away. We'll do those. We'll do those. This is a different wall piece. I made it the wall piece. We've done, and that's the square. We've already got that in there. So, I'll put these to one side. We've got one. We've got two. We've got three. We've got four. We've got five. Six builds. So, where are we going to begin? I'm going to begin with some of the bigger ones and the wall pieces and so on. Looking at this, you can't see it back here. They look fairly easy to put together. They're just angles. We'll build the boxes. We'll build the we'll do that. Right, and look for instructions, and then we will get underway. You'll be pleased to know I can't find how to build, so we're going to be winging this. Right, we're going to start with the square one. Fairly easy to pop out. See, it just pops. There we go. I have no idea where any of these bits go. I'm going to be looking for the fold sections and so on. I'm going to try and keep it all the same way round as I take the bits as well, because if I end up on the other way round, some of them are going to be different shapes and colours, and as such, they may not match up properly. So we'll do this one all with the metalwork towards the outside, not that way, that way. So it's all the same style of metalwork, and then we will endeavour to work out how it goes together. I am guessing in the box we have got enough clips for everything. I'm guessing everything folds, or everything glues, or everything sticks. I actually, looking at these, going, I don't know how they go in. They look really cool, but there are multiple of these little Japanese signs. Actually, that's the same sign on both sides. Oh, there's another one. There are loads of them. Yep. That's kind of cool. It can be used either way around. But yeah, so this is the square thing. So, first things first, I'm going to guess this is the side wall. Let's try and work out where the curve is. Now, it may be a case of you don't actually get to decide which way around it goes, because that seems to all fold one specific way. What do you think? I think I'm insane, but that's the point. Okay, so it wants to curl that way. It wants the brown to go on the outside and the steel to go on the inside. So maybe we can't do it the other way around? We have two of these. And looking at the picture here on the thing in front of me, it does look like the brown goes on the outside. I don't think we can do it the other way. So they're both going to be the same. Looking at that. These fold in as well. The doors look like they actually come off. So you could knock out the windows and the doors if you wanted to. It depends. Do you want it as an open piece? Do you want it as a closed piece? So that, I am going to guess, goes around this. And then this is the roof. And then this section here is the last piece. Yeah, so that bit there, I just knocked the window out, is going to fill the last gap here. So, how's it going to go together? There is the floor. Right. And yet again, this bit appears to be the door section. That goes over the door. The question is, where is the door? The door is there. So, which way around does that... okay, that goes towards the top. Right, that slides up like that on the inside. Which covers the door. There is a door. That is the door covered. So we'll do that. Obviously, I'm not popping the door out because don't really want to be going inside of this. I don't know what they're for yet. We'll work it out. Let's drop some pegs. So, we know this is the base. I would suggest it's internal, so I don't think it actually matters. But let's say that way around. Now, this goes around it like so, I believe. But how it holds to it, I am unsure. You see, I think it would be L's in these pieces. So these kind of slot into there like that. But that's not deep enough. Look, see? So I don't think it's that way. And I am looking at this box. Look, it's got the... is the scaffolding part of this. Oh, we might need the scaffolding as well. So, where is the scaffolding piece? Where is the scaffolding piece? The scaffolding piece is here. I am looking at this and looking at that and going, how does this work? Right. So we need this as well. So that bit goes in the front like that. These bits, I think it's these bits. I think it's that. Just pop that out. That looks kind of right. That then slides down there. Okay. And then the other ones. So there are multiple corners. So we'll just go along dropping these in like so. The third one. The fourth one I'm guessing goes on that one. I say this. I am not 100%. Really not. That one has Maxim's repair shop on it. So if that slots in there, or does that one slot in the... I do not know. That one slots in there because it's got the short of... Yeah, again, building without instructions is always fun. So that's those bits done around the top. And then we've got to work out how we get the bottom bit on. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm just going to be a minute while I try and work this all out. There is some kind of metal ramp coming off the front, which is that piece. So that goes into there like that. That's the ramp up to the door. See, some of this makes sense. Some of it does not. So if go on a certain way round, they are a little stiff. There we go. So that goes to there. That goes up to the door. These bits hold all the sides on. This then kind of locks around this shape on the floor here. So how does the top attach and how do the sides attach? Yeah. Also, we've got 2 square containers and I've only got one of these. Let's just have a look. Sorry for going quiet on you there. I'm just going through. Sorry, I've got 3 square containers, small crates and containers, and yeah, we only actually have got one of these. I am perplexed would be the word that I am thinking of. Let's have a look on the back. Is there a better view here? But it's not. Right, I'm going to run away and have a bit of a hunt around, and we'll get back to this in a second. Right, I have actually found the instructions. So we will move that out of the way. I was right. Everything was going in the right direction. We just need the shelves, which are here. And these bits. So these bits go into the gaps, like so. So to build this whole section, you need to use the scaffolding and the square. Is it the square one? It's the square one, I think. Square building. Yeah, square trade containers, and that builds this. So that's that done into there, and these bits. Now that's the top one. This is the middle one. This is the bottom one. Obviously, they go into here and here and link the whole thing together to hold it in shape. So let's do this first. We'll do the bottom one first. That one's going to go in there like that. It's then going to go into here like that. And do you know what? While we're doing this, I don't know if it's wise to put the next two in at the same time. So, because obviously, once we close it up, it might be harder to get them in. So, we'll take the middle one. We'll put those into there as well. And then we'll take the top one. I know where the top one's got the link now, because that's got that section there it's got to avoid. So, we'll go into there like that. That's the three of them, he says, as they slide out of each other's way. There we go. Just come on. They are a little bit stiff, but you want them stiff, I guess. Because you don't want it falling to bits on you now, do you? There we go. It's in, it's in, it's in. And then we will pull this one round and we'll line those up with there. I'm trying not to knock the windows out. Because in most of the games I play, we don't go in the buildings. The buildings are just there for... what's the word? Cover. They make cover. And then that one just finally slots. Yeah, it is. I think it might be easy with all three at once. Still trying not to push the window out. So if I did push the window out, it's only card. You want it back to position. It's not going to take a lot to do it, is it? We'll just simply PVA glue it. That's the word. And there you go. So now we actually have the shape. And that all fits quite nicely. That needs to go up there a bit. That needs to go up there a bit. Trying to keep the angle right. That back one, that one there is a bit of a pain. This one here seems fine. Okay. So the floor itself, you just kind of... So these sit slightly high, and it just says, oh, you just kind of slot it in like that, and it should hold the position. And because you're going to take it to bits again, you don't want to glue it in. I don't like that at all. And they're right. I don't really want to hold the position, but I do want to hold the position. I don't want to glue it in because obviously it's card, so it flat packs down. But it's pushing away here, and it's nice, but I am not that impressed with that bit of it. That's a bit of a letdown. I'll be honest with you. I find that it's still pushing out the back as well. It's not holding straight. I think that's the right way around. I will probably take it a bit to try it the other way around, and then obviously I'm guessing that just goes on the top like that. Yeah, that's. I'll watch the end of the video, and if it's going to say sit this on top, and if it does, I'm just gonna. Yeah. It looks nice. I'll give it this much. It looks fairly like a building. The sign on the side's nice, and the detailing's. It's always Japanese. It's like the building for infinity. But in general, it's quick. It's simple. It's easy. If you want a battlefield in a hurry, maybe. I'm gonna keep going, and we'll see what happens. Yeah. So scaffolding. This shouldn't be. In case you're wondering, I did finish this off and just retouch it all. I missed that bit there. That needs to slot into there. Right, I'm just going to put this back over here. I also spun the desk around because I thought it might sit a bit flusher with the desk the other way around. It doesn't. It made very little difference. And yes, the D-stop just goes on. Also, these signage, you just glue them or attach them where you want to go and stuff like that. Blue tack or tape or glue. I was popping these bits out on the scaffolding, and there's a lot of white space there. It would have been interesting if they'd have put a design in the white space so there was less white space, because you'd have more signage for the thing. So this thing, I have popped out all the holes and so on. He's saying in the video they are different lengths, so you can have them at angles. See, so when you build it, it can sit at an angle and it doesn't lug. These though, fairly sure he said they all go the same way. So that one will slot over like that and under like that, and that'll go up there. Slide in. This is me. Come on. I'm trying not to be too heavy-handed. because I don't really want to break this stuff. It does feel... I'm so used to working with MDF. This does feel like it might break in comparison. And obviously with the MDF, I am quite heavy-handed. Not a choice. I just naturally heavy-handed. That's in. Yeah, that's level. Now, how do we get this one in? Oh, I know. We'll panic. Over the top. There we go. And this crane supposedly goes with one of the other containers. We will look at the containers in a minute, because we have got several containers to build. As I said, you're not going to watch me build all of them, because you never do. I'm going to build everything in sections, as I always do, and then we'll where is that? Ah, it's off there. See that bit just there isn't in its hole. Move over. There we go. And down. That is pretty sturdy, actually. I was expecting there to be a top piece here, like a platform, but there doesn't appear to be one. And the ladder goes here. Like that. There you go. Obviously, I'm guessing the pipe you could glue on to run down from something, or... But we'll see. There's going to be more. We'll put that there. My whole table moved just then. So that's the first, those bits done. That's the crane and the square one. Next, I think we'll look. What would you want to do next? Small container. Small containers look fairly easy. Or we could do one of the larger containers in the back. Let's do one of the larger containers. Now, what do I need for the larger containers? That is the question. There are actually 3 of these. Yet again, you're only going to watch me build one. And I will take a wild guess that this is built the same as that kind of thing. So, oh, that's quite cool that way around. Now, which way around is it going to go? Are they set up so one goes one way and one goes another? Or are they set up so they all go the same way? I don't know. I never know. That is something we will talk about afterwards. Now, looking at this, it looks like there's bits that need to be popped out of it. I haven't got tiny fingers. I have got my poddy stick that you've seen me use before. We'll just push these out with that. Seems to work. So, some piece in here is going to have 3 bits in it. Oh, look. Some piece in here is going to have 3 bits in it, and it's going to go in a curve. There we go. It's just there. Now that is a separate piece. Yeah. Now which way around is that going? I do not know. I'm looking at these containers and they both look like they are the same, and it does look like that can be put in straight like that to kind of go upwards, or like that on a crook so it goes downwards. We'll find out in a second, I guess. Oh no, that could be the kink there. That sits out. That doesn't bend. Right, I have questions. But they all bend. Oh, that's the door, isn't it? So this is going to come round to the top. And that's the door to go in. Okay, that makes some sense. This is the roof. So that will sit that way around on the top. Maybe. I can't see any push-out bits on that though, so is that just going to sit free floating? Does that come over further? Is it going to sit like that on there? I'm guessing these are the ends. Just which way around do they go? Yeah, again, more bits to pop out. There's a bit will pop out. I'm going to leave the windows in for now. Here's the other one. This one is the poppy out bit. My brain is going, this goes this way. Yeah, look, if you look at it, I should really be reading the instructions, but if you look at it, that slots in there. They are somewhat simple to follow. So that, he says, slots in there. That is quite tight. coming steady. And hooks onto there. There's the pegs at the bottom. There are 2 bits here. That then will slot into there. And that bit slots up there. So yeah, okay. I've got this, he says. I haven't got this. I don't know what I'm doing. This is why we call it How Not to Build with Dave, because Dave doesn't always know what he's doing. That goes in. That kinks round. That then slots up to... This one's a bit tighter on this side. There is part of me going, I would file it, but if you want to take it to bits again, you don't want to be weakening the join. So maybe don't file it. Just fight it. There it goes. So that's part of the frame. I am guessing this is the door, because that's the bit that lines up with the door. That'll then slot down there like that and like that. I am also guessing there's a bit that goes inside it that I've completely missed. And then that just sits on the top like that. I hope not. No, that can't sit on top like that. Let's slot inside it. Should I go watch the plans? We'll go watch the plans. We'll go find out. I'm gonna watch the video on how to build this. I think that actually sits on that groove there. So let's just pop that out. And then that holds it all in place. So this then goes into here like, yeah, that goes into there like that. That does bend. Look. Didn't see it before, just noticed it. So if you want to glue it, or if you want it just the extra support, that slips down like that, then that slots into there like that, and then that takes the weight underneath it. Still need the bits that go in the back though, and the bit that goes in the front, and there are still these bits as well. Yeah, in case you're wondering, I haven't looked at the instructions. Still, I am honestly seeing if we can just get through this without needing to look at the instructions. I know it's a weird way to do it, but just how my brain is working. Now this, yeah, look, that would slot. Ah, hello. Does that go up in? Right, so that's going to go through there at the back. Then that would slot into that gap there. Maybe. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the support. So this bit here, if you look, actually goes up through the gap there, so this bit comes out the top. And then that can sit on that, and these bits go in the holes there and there. It's going to be the same on the other side. So we'll just push that through there. See? We'll pull it up to there, and then we'll just slot those two into the corresponding holes in the frame, he says. Well, he's trying to anyway. Let's just move that up a bit more. Are we in? No, we're still not in. That would be, do you know why we're not in? I've forgotten to poke the hole out here. Look, this hole hasn't been pushed out. There we go. That's the problem there. I couldn't get it into the hole because it wasn't actually pushed out. Yeah, now it's gone in. Now everything fits properly. Yeah, that all sits in place now. That's all done correctly. That's all holding in. We now slide this piece back onto the front. So I am going to guess this folds. It does. There you go. Folds down. That roof section then. Oh, I've brought that with me. Go back over there. That then slots onto the top. Now, does it go under that or does it go on top of that? It goes under that, doesn't it? That would go, yeah. So this needs to go a little bit lower down. Let's try and get it pushed in more. In more. There we go. Then that will click into place there. That into place there. That's that done. And this bit then, I am going to guess, slots over that or under it. There's still 2 clips in there. Look, there's one there and one there. There's none in the back. So, yeah, I am not sure. I don't think I've missed anything underneath. I am just going to slide that over the top of that. Like so, and leave that on there. That kind of looks right. In a weird and wonderful way. I'll watch the how-to now, and we'll see if we got it wrong, shall we? So it would appear that there should be a shorter container in the set. If you look at the box, it shows 3 larger containers, and on the instructions, this should be 12, not 21. See, 21. This is 21. I'm not complaining. 3 longer containers is fine, but obviously on the instruction video, it's telling me that they should be a shorter container. These 3 things build in exactly in this one as well. They all build in the same way, so they all build the same as that. I built it exactly right, just for my so double checking was fine. This bit, the signage for it is a little bit loose. It doesn't sit properly, so I've put it in a different position. I am going to build these. And then we'll look at the smaller crates and things for the scatter terrain, and then I'll show you how the walls work. This is very simple. You can go through it. It's not hard to build. It's nice. The quality of the card is good. The design idea I quite like. Obviously, you could probably do a nicer job than I am doing because I'm like slightly rushing. I may go back in this building over here. This one, I may glue and just build it up properly. Same with this, to be honest, because they are they fit the design they need. If that makes any sense, I like the aesthetic of it and the idea of the game and everything else that I'm working with. They have their own game as well, which is there's rules for it and so on. I'll leave links in the descriptions as always, and links to this video as well and how they build it, to show you how much I got it wrong. But yeah, I'm going to build these, then we'll do the other bits, then we'll look at the walls, and I will give final thoughts. These are the chairs. I flipped this one round and tried to do it. So you go, that's the chair. There are other bits. We've got crate containers. It all looks fairly easy to build. They've all got the black on the back, so they're not that hard to sort. You just have that edge, that edge. That one is both sides. Oh, that's full. That says cargo crate. We've got that one. I'm guessing that's the right one because they have the same colour. There's the other one. Oh, this is the table for the chairs. There we go. Let's just pop that out, and it has this 3-piece piece that just rolls around like that. That folds over like so. That's yeah. That is literally it. That just locks in there like that, and the table just sits on top like that. That's fine. And you've seen me build one of these already. I'm not going to build the other one. There's the bits for it. I'm not quite sure what that's for though, because obviously they're the back ends for the blue one. That's the ends for it. Here is a trade post sign, which you would just slot probably up here like that. They're on one of these. There we go. See? These, I'm not sure how these go. Maybe we just do all 4 of them. Well, if you look at it, it's some kind of containment crate. We'll just do that to there. That goes in there. They are yet again stiff. That up there. And then I'm just guessing you kind of stick the base in there and stick the top on there, and there's your Medipack crate. Still don't know what that random one piece is for. And obviously, I'll just quickly throw this one together. You've seen me do this already. It slots into there, like that. Slots into there, like that. He says, go in. There you go. On the other side, same thing again. So scatter terrain wise, it's got some bits. It's kind of cool. There you go. If you want to do the drop thing again, there you go. You got another one. Oh, that's slid off. They are really well detailed. They are really well put together. They're very easy, simple designs. You can do. Still don't know what that's for. You can do this. You think there'd be a third chair? You can do this without the instructions. Most of it is just fairly straightforward and how tos. Right, I got the alien bit to do, and then we're done. I'll move this out of the way so you can see what I'm doing, and we'll go through the alien structures. So we're through into the final stages. All the buildable stuff is built. We're now looking at the walls. These are the walls. There's only 1 sheet of these walls, and then there's 3 sheets of these ones. Now, from what I can work out, the only bit that really needs to be clipped together is this. There's 3 of these. It's these 4 parts here. It's just slot down through each other, nothing more than that. And then these walls themselves are all breakable, so you'll be able to make loads of ruined scenery. And they go together pretty much like the regular walls. So these are fairly straightforward. It's a pop-out job. See? And you'll notice all these little hooks and bits going around them. They're for these. So if you're going to build, let's say we're going to build a corner section, and we may put a platform on it. We have one somewhere. No, we do not. Use these, so we'll grab that. We'll push that in there like that. And that one goes into there like that. And that gives us corner section. Okay. If we wanted to have a level on it, we could, because we can put that into there. Now, obviously, for that, we're going to need a T. So we'll use the T there. And the T, will these T's fit into this? Well, they do fit in. Oh, that's a bit high. I don't like the height of that. I'm going to put the T into there. Like that. And then we'll slip that in there. And in there. Now, it looks like we could actually use L's, because the L's are slightly smaller. So we'll pull the T. We'll pull those off the T's for now. We'll also put an L in there. No, that still sits high, so maybe that's a bad idea. I thought that would reach the port there, but obviously I was wrong. So we'll just slot that in there. We'll slot that in there. Would that go in there to hold the next level up, probably? I don't know. How do you think you need, really, to put the next level on? Let's put another level on. So that one, maybe you don't need any. And then we'll put that on there. Obviously now that L piece that I had earlier, we could just slot into here as well. Obviously it might be easier to use the ruin bits if you're doing something like that, because that just makes like a high wall with a platform on it. I would probably use one of the ruin bits from one of the sheets. I'm not going to tell these bits to show you. You can work it out for yourself. It's also on the main video, which I will be linking. Right, my thoughts. For 45 quid, I think, because so the video version is the game version. This is just the scenery set without the extra models and so on and that. For 45 quid, if you want some quick scenery for your tabletop, it's worth it. It's detailed up. You've not got to paint it. There is a lot of line of sight blocking stuff in the walls. You have got more ruined walls than actual full walls. So that's quite good. So you can literally line these up as catacombs or something. Grab another L. And then you could build the ruined ones across the top of it and have them run across the top. Speed of putting it together doesn't take too long. How long before the wood? How long before the cardboard wears out on the joins? I wouldn't like to guess. It lasts a while. I'd probably just glue it though, and then just try and find a box you can keep it in, so you don't have to keep taking the bits, putting it back together. If you just want quick and easy terrain for your gaming, it's fine. It's pre-painted, it's all designed, the coloration and that, it's going to fit anything you want to play, from Necromunda to 40k to Infinity to everything into their own system. Obviously, yet again, links in the description, probably on the page as well now I've learned how to do it. Generally, it's fine. It's what it is. What it is. The price is good. The quality isn't too shabby. It can be a bit stiff kitting in. There's a lot of variation in design in the box. I like the way it looks on the tabletop at the minute. I am going to try and play some games with it another day and see how it goes. Yeah, it is what it is. Can I repaint it? I'd like to. I don't think I'm going to, because obviously it is in its own design. Do I like it as much as the MDF stuff? The MDF stuff is sturdier. This stuff reckons it will take weight. Have I got anything of any decent weight around here though? Oh, I've got a lead orc. But thankfully his base is big enough to stand him on top of that. You can't see that. Let's just put him on there. So it does support the models. I haven't got another metal. Oh, I've got a dwarf. There's a dwarf. That doesn't weigh anything. There's no point in putting that on anything. It doesn't weigh anything. Let's put the little guy here on something. You know, it supports the models. It does what it does. It's scaled nicely. Any normal 28mm guy is going to match up to your doorways and get through it. Yeah, it's fine. I've babbled enough here. Right, I'm going to go and get ready for next week. Enjoy.